public speaking to me was never a career. It was more like a dream. My name is Ramona J. Smith. I am the 2018 World Champion of Public Speaking. I am a public speaking trainer and coach. I'm also a small business accountability coach. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about the business of public speaking and my dreams of public speaking. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you to continue to watch the videos and learn as much as you can about public speaking. Also, make sure you leave a comment if you have any questions about public speaking. Make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. We post every Sunday. As you can see, we have remained consistent. This is week 4, so this is the 4th video. I am on a 10-year journey with YouTube. That means every week for the next 10 years, my goal is to record, upload, edit a YouTube video all about public speaking. I would love to have you grow with me and go with me on this 10-year journey, and would love to have you a part of the family. So join us, subscribe, like, comment, share. And if you want to get in contact with me outside of YouTube, you can always follow me on Instagram at Ramona J. Smith 1 or send me an email, ispeak@ramonajsmith.com. I was thinking about when I first wanted to become a speaker. When I was growing up, I didn't know that you could be a professional speaker. I didn't know that that was a career path. I did not know that you could actually do that. I didn't know it was a thing. The only public or professional speakers that I saw were politicians or preachers, people who were in the pulpit or speakers at religious organizations. I didn't know public speaking was actually a career path. And for many years, it was kind of like good. To me, that was the equivalent of seeing a singer or a rapper at a concert, because they just inspire you and they motivate you and they make you feel like you can do anything and you can accomplish your dreams. The first speaker that I fell in love with was Tony Robbins. That was the first person who spoke, and his words really lit a fire in my soul. And I just wanted to do better simply because I had heard this man speak. And I would always joke and say that I wanted to be the black female Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins was always my hero. I even have a picture with him on my website because he was my hero when it came to professional and to public speaking. And he was always a celebrity to me, and still is. He was always a celebrity to me, and that was kind of the first speaker that I was like, oh my God, I want to do exactly what he does. Now, I don't know if Tony Robbins was ever associated or affiliated with Toastmasters International, but he was always just a phenomenal speaker to me. That's the first speaker that I ever fell in love with. When I moved to Los Angeles, I want to say that was 13 years ago, I didn't really have the dream of being a speaker too much then. I wanted to be a model and an actress and all that good stuff. But when I went out there and I realized that the city was just saturated with models and actresses, I wanted to go into a different direction. And that's when I started doing brief poems here and there at different events. And eventually that's when I joined Toastmasters International when I was living in Los Angeles. I'm actually about to move back out there, and by the time some of you see this, I will have already relocated to Los Angeles, but that's when I first joined Toastmasters. And even then, I knew that I could do it professionally, but when I joined Toastmasters, that's when I learned that, I am green. There's so much more for me to learn, but I kept it as a goal and I kept it as a dream to one day become a full-time professional speaker. And the dream for me when I was younger was attached to the fame, the glitz, the glam. I want to get on stage and I want to be seen. And yes, I want to inspire. Yes, I want to motivate, but I really just wanted to be on stage so people could see me. And over the years, I realized that that was because I was lacking the self-worth and the self-value on the inside of me. And being on stage fulfilled those areas of lack. It feels good when everybody wants you to come speak. It feels good when you know you're a great speaker and you give a great presentation. It feels good when people are clapping for you, or when you get a standing ovation. It just fills up your ego. It fills up your ego, and it makes you feel like you are just the best in the world. And that was a good feeling for a little while. That was a cool feeling for a while. However, as I've grown in this business and as I've grown in this industry, I realized that it's really not about me getting up there and performing well and everybody's clapping and everybody's in awe because I'm just such a great speaker and I'm just such a great personality and I'm just a great person. It is so much deeper than that. I learned that first from one of the other world champions, Mark Brown, when he told me that I need to add value to the audience. I need to make them feel great about who they are. I need to encourage, inspire, motivate them, not just get up there and tell my story. My story is great. My story is amazing. Not taking anything away from my story, but it's not just about you. It's not just about me as a speaker. It's not just about me and my gifts and my talents. It is about using those gifts and talents to help someone else get over an obstacle or get through a tough time, or to go to even higher heights than they are at the moment. And that's something that I had to learn over the years. Get over my ego, get over my arrogance, and understand that the gifts that we have are called gifts for a reason. GIFTS, not GIFS. The presence and the gifts that we have and that we've been blessed with is exactly what a gift is. A gift is meant to be given away. If you have any type of gift or talent, yay for you, but it wasn't given just for you to hold on to it or for you to admire it and look at how good and how amazing it is. It is for you to package up that gift and give it away to those people who need whatever it is that you have. For me, that gift is the gift of inspiration, the gift of connection, the gift of motivation. When I speak, people listen. When I talk, people want to hear what I'm saying, and that's a gift. Because anybody who has a voice is a speaker, but that doesn't mean that they should be a professional speaker. Ever since I started getting on stages, people have told me that I'm inspirational. So that's just a natural gift that I have. So that gift, compared to the wisdom that I have now, helps me to understand when I am presenting and when I'm speaking that I have to craft a message that is going to add value to this audience. And that means to me, if someone asks me to come speak about my experience as a world champion, I don't just get up there and talk about, oh, well, I've traveled to all these different places and I have all these awards and I have gold and silver and the finest linens from all across the globe. That's cool. But if I do tell that story, what's in it for the audience? Mark Brown also taught me that you have to tune into the audience's favorite radio station, which is WIIFM. What's in it for me? Yay, Ramona, those things were great for you, but what's the point of you telling me all those things? I'm getting nothing out of you bragging or sharing about the highlights of your speaking career. That's wonderful, but what's in it for me? If I do tell those stories, it is to say, perhaps, if I can do it, you can do it. Or if you are afraid of traveling the world, here's my experience of traveling by myself to all these different countries, to some Middle Eastern countries that people have no idea even exist. What does that look like for me to give you that experience through my eyes in case you want to do it? It's not just simply me bragging or making it seem like my life is larger than someone else's. if you are going to share these experiences and these stories, make sure you are giving some type of value to the audience. You should never get on stage and give an autobiography unless those stories have some type of moral or a lesson that is going to enhance the lives of others. So now that I'm a speaker and a coach, this is my career, this is what I do full time, I'm so glad that I learned that lesson. Because when I looked at speaking as a dream, and when I looked at speaking as, I want to do this for the fame and the fortune, and I knew I could make big money, but that wasn't even really the driving force for me back then. It was the fame. I wanted to be famous. That's the whole reason I moved to LA in the first place. I wanted to be famous. I want everybody to know who I am. That's because I didn't feel like I was enough. But now that I'm doing this full time, I understand that it's not just about people knowing who you are. It's not just about being popular. It's about the lives that you're impacting and the lives that you are changing through this gift, through the speeches, through the meet and greets, through the travel. That's what it's all about. So that's what differentiates the dream of speaking from the career side of speaking. The dream of speaking, it was imaginary, glitter, sparkle, phantasmic, if that's a word. It was like a fantasy. It was a fantasy life that I envisioned for myself. Hair, makeup, traveling, nails done, outfits, get on one stage, hurry up and go to the next stage. It was really just me doing the act of speaking and people giving me all this adoration and admiration behind it. That was my dream of speaking. And when I woke up from that dream and realized that I wanted a career in public speaking, I put all those fantasies and those unrealistic expectations of this career, I put those to the side. And now that this is how I make a living and how I feed my family, I understand that sometimes the fame may come with it. People know who you are. But what does it for me now is it's more of the service side. It's more of how can I help this person achieve his or her goals? It's more of how can I use my words to uplift and encourage this person? What can I say today that maybe they've never heard before that's going to make them go, or ah? How can I invoke those aha moments in people who have never heard me speak before? I want to resonate with them much long after we get away from each other. After I'm off this stage, I don't want them to just be like, oh, that girl was good. Oh, yes. I want it to be like, no, I need to follow her. No, I need to hear what she's saying more often. I want to build a community. I don't want raging or raving fans just to like me because I look a certain way or because I have a certain title. I want people to join my community and join my family and build a tribe together because we want to continue helping each other ascend in our careers, ascend in how we feel about ourselves, ascend in our family lives, to reach our goals. I want my story to be impactful and change lives. That's what it is now. It's cool to say I've been here and I've been there and to have done these things, but what matters the most to me and what feels the best to me now is people telling me how working with me or listening to me has helped them build their business, has helped them be a better student, has helped them be a better speaker. That's what does it for me now. And I don't necessarily think it came with just age. I think it just came with wisdom and with exposure to certain pieces of knowledge. If Mark Brown would have never told me that, I would have never thought to consider the value that I was bringing to the audience. Because I'm like, people just want to hear me speak. People just want to hear me. People just want to see me. When I show up, it's going to be a full house and we're going to have a good time. And I'm going to say what I want to say on stage and be on to the next stage. I would have kept that mentality. But because he gave me that piece of information and it hit different, as we say, it really stuck to my soul and it broadened my horizons to say, dang, it has just been about me. I can go deeper. I can go further. There is more to speaking than simply me getting on a stage, being seen and being heard. That reminds me of this basketball documentary that I was watching. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's on Netflix right now. Me and my son were watching it together, and you can tell the difference between a young guy who's really good, who just got into the NBA, and a more mature guy who's been in the NBA for 15, 20 years, and he's still great. His mentality is just different. And that's how I feel about speaking. When the rookies are in the NBA and they're making millions and millions of dollars and they're young and they're healthy, you can't tell them nothing. Can't tell them how to eat. Can't tell them how to dress. You can't tell them nothing. If I'm scoring 30 points a game and we're winning and people like me and I'm selling merch, you can't tell me nothing. I'm arrogant. But they're not thinking about, if you want longevity in this game, there are certain things you're going to have to do, honey. You can't be drinking and smoking and partying all night long over the course of these next couple of years, because that's going to take a toll on your body. And then when they get older, they realize that, yeah, it's just certain things I can't do. I done beat up my knees. I done beat up my back. It's just certain things that I can and cannot do anymore. So I think that's just wisdom. That's just wisdom. So I've gained wisdom in this public speaking arena. I've gained wisdom with separating my ego from my purpose. I've been able to separate my ego from my purpose. My ego would tell me I'm the best speaker in the world. Nobody can't tell me anything about speaking. I know all there is to know about speaking. That's ego. The purpose of me speaking is to transform lives. It's to change lives. It's to uplift the people. It's to inspire, motivate, encourage, persuade, entertain, help the people leave better than they came. That's my purpose. So if you have dreams, not just of speaking, but any type of dreams, I want you to look at it from both sides, because we have to dream. We have to be able to visualize what we want, and there's nothing wrong with that. But also think about, what's the real purpose behind this dream that you have? What's the why? It's always going to boil back down to the why. Why do you want to do what you want to do? What is the passion and the purpose behind it? And if you find yourself answering that question with the money, the cars, the clothes, the fame, the fortune, you got a little bit of soul searching to do. Because while all those things are amazing, those things are not going to fulfill you for the rest of your life. Because even Floyd Mayweather, one of the richest people in the world, said that eventually he ran out of things to buy. He ran out of things to buy. So then what? When you have all the money in the world, then what? Are you going to stop? You going to stop speaking? Not if it's your passion and your purpose. I wouldn't care if I made $10 million a second. I still want to speak, because that's what I love to do. And that's my purpose. So when you really think about the dreams that you have and the things that you really want to do with your life, and you want to do them as a career, start to think about the separation. Start to think about the separation of dreams versus reality, of dreams versus your career. Just some things to consider. Just some things to consider. These were just my thoughts on public speaking dreams and public speaking career, things that I was thinking about, and I just wanted to share them with you all. I hope you got something from that. If you feel like you want to go a little more deeper with me with my coaching, all you have to do is go to my website, RamonaJSmith.com, or you can send me an email, ispeak@RamonaJSmith.com, and we can talk a little bit more about my coaching programs. If you want to do one-on-one coaching, or if you want to join one of my 6-week programs, I would love to have you. That would be great. I'm going to end this video here, but make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already, drop a comment with your dreams or with your career that you want to pursue for the rest of your life, your passion, your why. Would love to have you once again a part of the family. And I will see y'all next week. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week, but it's going to have something to do with speaking. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next week.
I'm a world champion, baby. I bet I can breathe.